This is Enigma Hood. PZ Myers has wrote on his blog that Michael Shermer raped someone that he knows. This was shocking. This was absolutely shocking to read. And when I read this blog post, I didn't know what to think. I felt really hurt inside, in my heart, for a variety of reasons. Now, just some background. Who is Michael Shermer? Well, if you're involved in the skeptic community at all, atheist skeptic community, you would know exactly who he is, but for those who don't know, he's a skeptic. He's a very popular skeptic, has appeared on lots of different programs as a guest. I think he's like president of the atheist club or whatever. I have no idea. I'm a big ass atheist, but I don't really give a damn about the atheist community because I never ally myself with people who share a disbelief with me in something. I never got that. Anyway, I think there's a magazine called Skeptic Magazine, and he is either the president of that or he writes for it or whatever. Anyway, the point is that he's a big ass guy in the skeptic community. I've seen him on tons of documentaries. He's a good friend of James Randi, and he has debunked lots of pseudoscience claims and has debated with Kent Hovind. I think that's the first time I ever saw the guy. And he's just a guy that I respect. I've always respected this man, Michael Shermer. PZ Myers, I'm sure most of you know him. He's like an evolutionary biologist. He got into an internet spat with Thunderfoot because PZ Myers runs free thought blogs, and then they kicked Thunderfoot out because he was saying some stuff that they didn't find to be socially appropriate. And I disagreed with them banning him, but that's a completely different issue. PZ Myers has accused Michael Shermer of rape. Now, in all fairness, he wasn't like gung-ho. There definitely wasn't any malice in what he was saying. He did it with a great deal of apprehension. You could tell that he was not happy with having to divulge this information. I'm going to post a link so you can read the blog post yourself. But in short, PZ Myers has a close friend that he trusts, and she came to him and told him that she was raped. And the reason why she came to him and told him this is because she went to, she reported it before. This happened like a few years ago. She reported it before, but for whatever reason, nothing happened. And I'm not really sure why she didn't contact the authorities, but at the same time, reporting rape is not a very easy thing to do, and in fact, most rape cases are not reported, and for various different reasons. So I don't want to blame her for not reporting it to the authorities, but she should have. So at this point, she has no recourse, and because there's a statute of limitations, I believe. And, I always hate these statute of limitations things, sometimes something terrible happens to you, and it takes time for you to come to terms with it. And I know that the evidence of proving it becomes less and less, credible as time goes on, but I don't think there should be a statute of limitations for things like rape. Just like there's no statute of limitations for things like murder. Anyway, so she went to him, telling him that she was raped. And this is information that she believes that the public should know. And apparently, this information was corroborated with someone else. Now, I'm not entirely sure how you can corroborate rape and nothing happens and the person's not punished. And how does this other person know that she was raped? I mean, I don't really understand that. But it was corroborated with someone else that PZ Myers trusts. We don't have any names for these people, and at the same time, I kind of understand that, to avoid victim blaming. But at the same time, one of the things that I despise the most is when you accuse someone of a criminal offense of any kind without any evidence, because then it smears that man's name. But then, you're caught in a real sticky situation, like a very difficult situation as someone who, on one hand, despises rape and violence against anyone, and two, wants to protect the innocent. And I value protecting the innocent. I never want to slander someone's name and accuse them of a criminal offense when there's absolutely no evidence for it. And let's be honest here. There is no evidence of this other than the word of this woman and this corroborating person. But because it's coming from P.Z. Myers, I have to at least talk about it. And I have to share some of my feelings because I don't even know how to react to this. And I'm making a video about this because I need your help. I need to know how to handle this, what to think about this. I want to know what you guys think. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who love P.C. Myers and a lot of people that hate P.C. Myers because of what the Thunderfoot thing. And of course, inevitably, there's going to be biases. So the people who despise rape and support P.Z. Myers, they're going to take him at his word. They're just going to take his word for it. And of course, the opposite, people who despise P.Z. Myers, people who hate feminists and feminism, they're going to dismiss it arbitrarily. But I'm neither of those things. I don't really have strong emotions about P.Z. Myers. I like Thunderfoot more, but that really has nothing to do with this. Michael Shermer is a man I respected. And I always enjoyed watching him on various different documentaries. Always seemed like a rational man. And what I was saying before about my heart is broken because it would make me feel sick to know that this man who I respected is a rapist. And at the same time, if it's not true, and I hope it's not true, that someone is slandering an innocent man's name. It's like, what the fuck? You can't go around calling someone a rapist. You can't go around accusing anyone of any criminal offense if they are innocent of it. That pisses me off way beyond anything else. I can't stand that. You don't go around slandering someone's name. And in fact, that's probably the reason why she didn't want to put her name out there, because she might get sued. I'm kind of shocked that P.Z. Myers has the guts to do this. So I have to commend him for that, because he is putting himself in the crosshairs of people who have access to grind here. But like I said, I really am distraught. I don't know what to think about this. So I need to know. I need to know from you guys. I need you to help me. Help me understand what the fuck. What the fuck do you think about this? Just tell me what you think about it. Tell me anything. I would love to know. I would love to speak to this woman, because that's really, and I would love to speak to Michael Shermer, because no matter what, there's always two sides to a story. There's always two sides to a story, and it's not honest just to hear one person's interpretation. It really isn't. So, like if we go back to the Cody Maxon thing, I was talking to Cody Maxon. I wanted him to convince me that he was innocent, because I have nothing against Cody Maxon as a person, Cody Maxon. I have something against the person who blackmailed Amanda Todd. And if he's innocent, I wanted him to prove to me that he was innocent. You might be saying, well, he doesn't have to prove that he's innocent. It's different than how the law treats it. How an individual, how we respond. We want to know if someone's innocent or not. We want to know. Because I don't want to falsely accuse anyone. But when I was talking to Cody Maxon, it became very clear. I was convinced that he was guilty of what he was accused of. I don't want to talk about Cody Maxon anymore. I digress. The point is that I want to get closer to the truth. And, things like this, it sickens me so much to the point of where I just don't know what to think. So help me out, guys. Post in the comment section what you think. This is Enigma Hood signing off.